Hey, what's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? This is your boy Puerto 77, and I'm coming back at you live. I haven't done this in a minute, so I thought I'd do this. So far the last couple of weeks, the only time I went live was on a podcast, and I've been, doing these short little 5-10 minute type recorded videos, because I try to figure out that not everybody has the time to listen to a half hour segments and stuff, but them little quick 5 minute, 7 minute stuff. And I think it worked. I received a lot of positive feedback. Thank you all for providing feedback. And I do value your feedback, everyone. Everybody showing up. JW, Marcel, Lightbringer, Triggers, Neverland. You know, produced by the Addicts. That's what's up. Supervillain, the Arvania, the finest. All day digital. What's good, people? Rooms filling up nicely. So I'm gonna talk just a little chat talk. Before I get to the main point. Try to get the maximum amount of viewers right here. Rick Hunter, Brian Stallbert, what's up? Top Dog, what's going on? And stuff like that. So, all right. Hold on. Let me do a couple of things here. Yo, all day. Just to let you know, I should have done this, but I'm gonna add you as a moderator. All right, let you know. Yo, who else wants to be a moderator? Because most of you guys always here. You know what I'm saying? Who's down? Who's down to be a moderator? Who's down? Who's down? Who wants that responsibility? But I'm gonna check y'all. J Dub. I'm gonna do J Dub too. J Dub, I'm gonna moderate you. You're a moderator. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. J Dub. Where you at, J Dub? There you go, J Dub. Where you at? There you go. There you go. You're a moderator too. You know what I'm saying? Get you up in there. Oh, Neverland. Yeah, Neverland. Yeah, you've been here for a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna hook you up. All I ask is don't be blocking everybody. You know what I'm saying? Unless my main thing is dudes that call people derogatory terms, racist terms, stuff like that. That I don't like. Things like X bots and ponies. That don't bother me. I'm kicking man. Nah, don't do that, man. Come on, J Dub. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask. Keep the people in check that use derogatory terms. I can't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Even dudes. I don't even like the term X fag. I don't even like that. I don't like anything because it's not that serious. You could bash the councils and all that, but at least be respectful to each other. My man ran out Thor. What's going on? What's up, people? How's everything? Yeah, I mean, let the rooms fill out nicely. Hit the like button, and I'm gonna get to my point. I know some people join in late. I'm trying to make sure people have the opportunity to to watch the video and stuff like that. But it's gonna within a minute or so. I'm gonna get to my point real quick. What we're talking about. All right. So hit the like button. Retweet it and stuff, and we're gonna about to kick it. I'm gonna get into everything. But shout out to everybody. Ice Ninja, what's up? The finest. Beats Games, Playbox Anywhere, Happy Playsgiving, stuff like that. Ice Ninja, BGST. What's going on? Damn, everybody showing up nicely. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Of course, the link has my Twitter. If you haven't followed me there, hit me up there. You know what I'm saying? And of course, there's the PayPal if you choose to donate. But if you don't, that's perfectly fine. Because to be honest or not, this is the part I like. You know what I'm saying? Kenny, what's going on? He's ready. He's ready to bring in this work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to give this work? Y'all want to hear the gospel? Of course, y'all want to hear the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Arvenia, ¿cómo está? Yo estoy bien, mi amigo. What's up? Made some coquito today. I don't know if you caught me on Twitter. That's some Puerto Rican version of eggnog that we make for the holidays. It's absolutely delicious. I might make a video and show y'all how to make it. All right, we got about 60 people watching. I think it's time that we kick it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do it. All right, we're going to get into it. All right, so we all know the video. Puerto'S Point Live, PS4 outsold Xbox One. Because in my opinion, it's an average console. Now I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this disclaimer. So that way people don't get it twisted. Most of you, my man said, shout out to Daniel J. Per hour 40 for Star Wars. Rest in peace. Pour it out for the homies. My man Daniel J. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. You've been a great supporter. I appreciate it, man. It's amazing. But my man said, Malcolm Ghost, what's good? Sneaky, what's up? That's right, Sneaky Snake. Diablo Coquito, man. That's slamming, bro. All right. But we doing this. All right. But I'm gonna make a disclaimer. I'm gonna tell everybody up in here. Right. I personally don't care what platform anyone plays on. That's your business. I don't get mad if you hate PlayStation at all. People think that doesn't bother me at all. Because it's not about the console's not about what it brings to you. It's what it brings to me personally, because it's my money, my time. You know? If you hate the PlayStation, then hate it. I mean, you know, there's no, it doesn't hurt me and how I feel about it. If you enjoy playing on a Samsung phone more than on console, then that's your business too. So let's just get that disclaimer out. Play on what you want to play. This is about my perception and how I see things. And after owning this Xbox One for a while, you know, for a couple of weeks already, I consider it an average console. All right. And the funny thing is, even though it's the 1 terabyte Hello edition, some of the updates and improvements, you know, like when I bought the console, 2 days later, they did the mass update to the, you know, to the user interface. So I didn't even get a chance to really use the old user interface. I was pretty much on the new one already. But from what I hear, this update makes the Xbox the best ever. You know, the user face is fantastic, all this stuff, whatever. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this thing's mediocre as hell. I'd rather prefer the PlayStation user interface because there's a lot less to do to get where you want to go. That's the first thing. You know, it seems like on this Xbox, I have to do extra to do everything, whether it's to broadcast or take a picture or even to look at party chat. Like everything seems more work. And I'm not talking about, yeah, it sounds like first world problems and all that, but it just seems like I have to do more to get to where I want to go. While on PlayStation, it's just there. I don't know how to explain it. It's just simple, you know? And then something simple as installing a game is like, Jesus Christ. Like it's almost, listen, installing a game on the Xbox One S is worse than on the PS3. I'm like, it literally takes forever. Like when I install a game, I don't even whatchamacallit. I don't even wait for it. I just install it and I play it the next day because it takes way too long. It's bugged out. You know what I'm saying? But that's the little stuff. That's not even half the stuff. The main thing for me, the main reason why I got this console is for the games. That's why I buy every console. Features, that changes day to day, and most consoles that are smart enough, they copy features anyway. Look at the PS3. It copied off of the Xbox, you know, 360 with trophies, you know. It also copied Xbox with party chat, and Xbox copied off of PlayStation with clubs, and, you know, when we have communities. They're always going to copy off each other. Features is something that's always going to, unless you're Nintendo, features is always going to do its thing, right? But the one thing that's hard to copy, that each platform has to have its own unique identity, is the games. At the end of the day, it's no different than when Sony on the PS3 tried to copy Xbox's style of first-person shooter with Halo. Sony was never able to do that. And it's vice versa. Microsoft's trying to copy Sony's story-driven games. They can't do that. So, of course, it's all about what they bring to the console on their own. So it's about the games, about the exclusives. And I'm going to be honest. Overall, Microsoft exclusives is average. You know, when the first game I played on the Xbox One is Cuphead, and it's fantastic. You know, I had a great time. I was loving it. I beat the game in 3 days. I mean, I was just on it. If you don't believe me, ask all day. Every time I boot up the Xbox, it was running Cuphead. I just couldn't get enough of it. But then after that, I started going downhill. Like I played Rise right after, and I'm like, you know, the graphics was cool. You know, really nice graphics. The story is nice. The setting's nice. But I got no gameplay, dog. Like you could be under a seizure attack and you can still play the game. It doesn't take much to play the game. Like I started the game on Centurion mode, which is the hardest mode you can get on the first playthrough. I think if you do a second playthrough, you get Legionnaire mode. But if you start the game from scratch, it's Centurion. And it literally was like nothing. It's like you don't even have to time the block attacks. There's only one button to attack. It was just generally no gameplay. So the game really got repetitive, right? Then I played Gears of War. Gears of War, very good game. You know, very good single-player game, right? And then it just seems like by the time I really got into it, it was over. I'm like, wait a minute, this it? Like, this is the end? I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but like when you save the girl's mother, that's it. The game's over. And I'm like, I barely done anything in this game. Like, what are we doing here? So it was like real quick experience. So I'm assuming the game was made so that way you could jump into the multiplayer real quick. You know, so I'm assuming it's that. Then I play Halo. And I'll be honest, I don't even know anything about Halo 5, and I beat the game. And if you don't believe me, check out my gamer tag, Puerto'S 77, same as you see, same on my PlayStation, same on my channel, same on Gamebox, on Xbox. And it's just like, it's so unforgettable. It's really forgettable, the single player. I mean, like, I don't even want to touch that game, you know? And I was Sunset Overdrive in the beginning. It was cool. I'm like, yeah, it's dope. And I started having fun. And then it's starting to get repetitive. And I'll be honest, I turned on my Xbox a couple of days ago because I bought Tekken, right? And I'm thinking, all right, let me buy Tekken. And the reason why I bought Tekken is so I could have it, so I could play with some Xbox dudes. Because a lot of, K Mega, Young Kano, they have Tekken, and they don't play it on PlayStation. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna double dip. I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna play against the Xbox dudes. For what was that, bro? Yo, this D-pad sucks, man. Like, oh my god. Like, listen, I've been playing Tekken since day one on the PS1. Day one. I played all of them. Like Paul Phoenix. I'll tell you my guy character, Paul Phoenix. Paul Phoenix is my main in Tekken. And I know his moves like the back of my hand. They are second nature. I can do pretty much like 98% of his techniques easily and effortlessly. I always been able to rock out with Paul Phoenix on every single Tekken that came out. Easily. It's second nature. The only other fighter character that I'm probably better than Paul Phoenix is Ken in Street Fighter. And that's only because I've been playing with Ken since 1992 when Street Fighter 2 came out. I've been playing with him since the early 90s. So think about that. That's how long I've been rocking out with Ken. That long. I've been rocking out with the dude for over 20 years, 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? So Paul Phoenix is second nature. Like, easy. His techniques is easy for me to do. Yo, why on Xbox I couldn't pull off almost half these moves he has? Even the most simplest ones, I could barely do anything. I'm like, yo, this is bugging, right? So I look, now I got to buy an adapter. Is either I have two choices. I have three choices. I buy a fighter stick, or I buy the Elite controller, to which I'm not sure that solves the answer, or I buy a $50 adapter to where I could use my PlayStation controller to play fighters on Xbox. I never thought about this on the PlayStation. Like, at no point that I think, oh man, I need a new controller to play a game. But I'm doing it on Xbox, So what I did was I refunded Tekken because Black Friday they're gonna have it. They're gonna have the physical disc for $19. So I'm gonna buy it again for $19. But I'm dreading the install time. But anyway, here's my thing. There's a huge narrative that's coming out that people bought the PlayStation because it had the better version on multiplayer. That's the reason. That apparently people play on PlayStation only because of Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and Destiny. And when you hear these conversations, they always pit PlayStation exclusives versus these multiplats. The Horizon Zero Dawn versus Call of Duty or Destiny, Uncharted versus Call of Duty and Destiny, Neo versus Call of Duty Destiny. It's always the exclusives versus the multiplats. And then when you compare them, they always say the same thing. The multiplats outsell the exclusives, therefore people ain't buying the consoles because of exclusives. They're buying it because of the multiplats. Here's my problem with that. I don't see it as Horizon Zero Dawn versus Destiny and Call of Duty. I don't see it that way. All right. And I don't think anybody else sees it that way, because why would a PlayStation gamer pit two games against each other when you can play them both under the platform? You see what I'm saying? It isn't Horizon Zero Dawn versus Destiny. It isn't Uncharted versus Call of Duty. Because the PlayStation gamers can play either one. You know? To me, the way I see it, it's actually Horizon Zero Dawn with Destiny, with Call of Duty, versus on the Xbox, Destiny, Call of Duty, and Halo Wars 2. Which sounds like the better group of games. That's how I see it. I don't see it as, you know, a PlayStation exclusive versus multiplat. Because you can play it on that one platform. You know, the thing that game, haters or whatever you want to call them, these, people who feel that exclusives don't matter, what they don't understand is each of those exclusives is for specific taste for certain gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you take, 15 million PlayStation gamers and they bought Call of Duty. Let's say they bought Destiny. Let's say Destiny 2 sold 15 million, right? And let's say Call of Duty sold 15 million. Let's pick up a generic number. Out of those 15 million Call of Duty gamers, there's people who like Uncharted, you know what I'm saying? Because they love those type of story-driven action games, right? But then you also have people who are RPG fans. So not only do they like Call of Duty and Destiny, you know what I'm saying, and Grand Theft Auto, but they also like the RPGs. So they want to play a huge selection of RPGs. So boom, there you go with, Horizon Zero Dawn and Bloodborne. Some people only rock out with sports. But since they love sports so much, they also want a baseball game. Well, guess what? There's only one platform that really provides a good baseball game. And then there's people who play Call of Duty, whatever, but they also want to play Japanese games because they've been gaming for over 20 years and they love games from Japan. You see what I'm saying? These exclusives don't compete against multiplats. They enhance the multiplat library. They add on to a library that you have. So when you have a console that has multiplats, it's just a console with multiplats. Any console and platform plays multiplats. You could get multiplats on PC. It is what it is. Call of Duty on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, it is whatever. But what else do you got based on the taste that you want? Some gamers are RPG gamers. Some gamers are racers. Some gamers are third-person shooters. Some gamers want, story-driven games. Some people want action games. Some people want open-world sandbox superhero games like Infamous. There's all different types of flavor. So the key is this. The wider the net you can provide, the more people you're going to attract. Because make no mistake, not every PlayStation gamer plays Call of Duty. Remember, PlayStation sold 65 million sales. Call of Duty sells like around 15 to 20 million. So what are the other 40 million playing? It's not Call of Duty. Everybody has different taste. If your platform don't have certain games, it doesn't matter if it has the better version of Call of Duty. No one's going to miss out on their taste of games for a game they could already play on that platform. And and Call of Duty is just an example. You can apply it to Grand Theft Auto. You can apply it to Overwatch. You can apply it to Battlefield. All the big multiplayers that sell month to month. And even the sports games like Madden, because Madden's always on the thing. FIFA and NBA 2K, they're month to month to month. So pick all the games that everybody plays, the very popular multiplayer games. But within that popularity, you have gamers that want to play other games. Again, not every gamer likes Horizon Zero Dawn. But they might play Uncharted. Not every gamer likes Uncharted. But they might play Bloodborne. Not every gamer likes Bloodborne. But they might play MLB The Show. What you want to play is on you. Play what you want to play. But here's the thing. The console has to have it available for you to choose. And on this Xbox, I don't see a lot of choices. Sure, everybody could be like, I don't give a shit about this game. I don't care about that game. I don't care about this, that, and the third. On Xbox, it doesn't matter if you like the genre or not. You don't get it. So it's not a choice. Sure, it's convenient that you all of a sudden don't like that genre. How convenient. The genre you don't like isn't represented well on Xbox. It's pretty convenient. Like me, I don't like racers at all. I don't like racers. It's not my thing. But if I wanted to play racers, I can do that. I have choices to do that. I just choose not to play it because I don't want it. But it's there. And guess what? You have people that do want to play racers. So they go out and buy Gran Turismo Sport. And they even spend $200 on a racing wheel. They can do that. It's a choice. It's there. It's there for you to choose. Right now on Xbox, I like RPGs, right? There's no exclusive RPG on this console. Any RPG, right? Current gen RPG that this console has, I can play on my PlayStation. Witcher, Dragon Age, Dark Souls. What else it has? I think Neverwinter Nights, Elder Scrolls Online. All that is on PlayStation. I can play all those games on PlayStation easily. It doesn't have anything. I would love this game to have a Fable. I would love this console to have an exclusive Fable 4. That would be awesome because that's a game I can't play on a PlayStation. So I will play Fable. But it doesn't have that. And you know what that is? A console not to have an RPG, especially when the OG Xbox had Jade Empire, Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Morrowind. It had amazing RPG. And this is the OG Xbox. Then you move over to the 360. It had Fable. Oh, and the OG Xbox also had Fable. But the 360 also had Fable. It was the first to have Mass Effect. It was the first to have Oblivion. You know what I mean? We go from that to not having any RPGs. The sports games, pretty much all multi-plats. No baseball game to compete with PlayStation. Action games, Rise is not a good action game at all. No wonder people are using backwards compatible to play Ninja Gaiden Black. Because that's really your best action game on this platform. It's an OG Xbox game. You know what I'm saying? What else I could look at? I admit, for the Halo fan, it does have the best first-person shooter. You can't knock that because I think Killzone sucks ass. Killzone is just terrible. So it does have the best first-person shooter. Easily. Now I don't care about racers, but I think it's easy to say, Forza gave Gran Turismo its run for its money. I think that's an easy statement to say. I know some people disagree, but or agree or disagree. But I mean, when you look at the overall climate, Forza has been a pretty good franchise for the Xbox. I don't think anybody can knock that. But that's a franchise I really don't give a shit about. Like I said, I don't even play it on PlayStation. I don't care about racing games. And on Xbox, they make this racing game every year. And so every year there's a game I have no interest in. This console's average. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of you may not notice it because I will say its biggest strength, this console's biggest strength, without a doubt, is the community. Bar none. It just so happens that this community is very tight with each other. They love playing with each other. They give games to each other. Hell, shout out to what is it? My birthday's True Shot Gaming. He gifted me Gears of War, like the backwards compatible titles and shit, Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 and stuff. And people do that. And I see a lot of people on Xbox, they do that with everybody. It's a tight community to take care of each other. You always see they be gifting each other stuff. They be gifting each other controllers and games. So it's a real tight community. So you can't knock that. That's pretty incredible. 9 times out of 10, I think that's why most people like Xbox. It's because of that more than the actual games. I think it's the fact that it's the people that they're friends with more than the actual console. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's cool that, there's people that treat each other like family. But I'm sorry. I could hang out in a bar and have some drinks with my friends and family and close friends. I game on a console because of the games. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, socializing and stuff like that. But the console was made for games. That's just me. So this narrative, and here's the thing I want to show you. All right. Ever since the Scorpio was announced, all right. Okay, so my man Infurious One, you can play all those RPG games on the Xbox One X, you moron. All right. Let me help you out, Infurious One, because this is what you're not missing. Xbox One X or Xbox One in general needs its own new RPGs. When I mentioned games like Knights of the Old Republic, I was trying to tell you how those consoles created RPGs for their own console of that generation. This console does not have any exclusive RPG. Sorry, I'm not buying a console this gen to play games from 2 gens ago. Get out of here. You bugging, bro. You bugging. I'm not buying a PS4 to play an RPG from PS1. I didn't do that. I want to play games from this gen on a console made for this gen. Games for this gen on a console for this gen. Like Bloodborne, this generation. Horizon Zero Dawn, this generation. You know, games for this generation. Not fucking a game from 2004. You bugging. I understand backwards compatibility is a good feature. I'm not knocking it. I even made a video that PlayStation 5 needs to have that feature. There's no reason not to. I'm not knocking that. But I'm not going to give Xbox One credit for something that was done like 15 years ago. You bugging. You bugging. That's insane. All right? The console needs to stand on its own 2 legs for this generation. All right? What it does this generation. You know? Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, that ain't it. I already played those games a decade ago. All right? That's not something I want to. I didn't buy this console to play those games all over again. All right? Not care. And I don't care if it plays better. I beat the game. I want to play a new game. New game. I don't think you understand that. You know, and you can, because this is the main reason why it's an average console. I didn't buy a PS4 to play freaking, you know, an old ass game from 3 gens ago. I played Bloodborne, which is a game for this gen. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, a game for this gen. I played Uncharted 4, a game for this gen. That's what I'm doing. You know, it's a trip. It's an average console. It's missing genres. That's crazy. This game is missing genres. Completely avoiding genres. If it wasn't for the OG Xbox One, no, screw that. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna give Xbox One credit for things that the OG Xbox and the 360 did. They deserve the credit. OG Xbox deserved the credit for Jade Empire and Knights of the Old Republic and Morrowind. 360 deserves the credit for Mass Effect and the Fables and stuff. Nah, Xbox One don't get that credit. It needs to do its own thing. It needs its own strength. It needs its own games. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. So when I look back, here's the big thing. PlayStation 4 sold because it had the better version of the multiplats. But now that Xbox One X is out, everything changed. And I've been saying since Scorpio was announced, because I was in, multiplayer podcasts, chilling with Zaire and all that. And I've been hearing to ad nauseum how everything's going to change. And I've been telling these dudes, if Project Scorpio, which now we know as One X, if that console gets announced at $500, then that console is not meant to make no comeback. It's not designed to outsell the PlayStation 4. It is simply a premium console to go after the hardcore gamer, the hardcore Xbox fan, and any gaming enthusiast that's into power and high performance graphics. That's all I've been saying. It is not the console that's going to start taking over the charts month after month. It's not the console that's going to kill off, PlayStation 4's momentum. It's not even close. And month after month, dudes think I'm crazy, I'm fanboying, I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm delusional. It even got to the point where Zaire And I did a bet, and this bet was like January or December of last year. That's how old the bet is. That he said Xbox will win MPD in November. And that Xbox One X by itself will sell 1 million consoles. But we didn't bet about the million. We just bet on who will outsell who. And I told Zaire, listen, brother, the Xbox One X is not going to sell more than the PlayStation Slim. That console is going to be $200, and all the casuals are going to go for that console. It's the most popular console. The PlayStation 4 is the PlayStation 2 of this generation. It is the most popular platform. And when that sucker hits $199, it's going to go through the roof. The One X will not be able to keep up at $500. People are not going to drop an extra $300 simply for graphics. They're not going to do that. Now, I did say it might outsell the Pro on a one-on-one basis. I could see that. Because if you're interested in paying $400 for a console, then I don't think it's a much reach to spend an extra $100 if you want something more power, more 4K stuff. I could get that. I understand that. I never argued against that. But if a person just wants a good gaming console that can play Call of Duty and all that stuff and see what other big games is out there, they're going to get a PS4. PS4 is by far been the best platform, especially this year, because all you kept hearing is just games and what games is coming out. Now, here's something I want to show y'all. Now, for a minute, I'm gonna keep my eyes off the chat because I need to show y'all something. All right, y'all need to see this. I'm gonna share my screen. All right. So I'm sharing my screen with y'all. Right now, this is currently the best sellers in Amazon right now. You see number 2? It's a PlayStation 2. I mean, the PlayStation 4, 1 terabyte, $199. And this has been like this for like 2 days now. As soon as this thing, because Sony started their Black Friday deal early. So as soon as Sony pulled the trigger, this thing shot up. And look at number 1. It's a 1-year subscription to PSN Plus. Why do you think that subscription is number 1 for? Because everybody that currently owns a console is re-upping, and everybody's buying this new console is signing up. And look what you see here, the Switch. Right? See more PlayStation cards, see Horizon Zero Dawn. Now I want to show you. Look at Call of Duty, number 9. Number 9. It's not the Xbox version, PlayStation version. So much for people going for the better version of multiplats, right? But let me show you where Xbox is. Keep in mind, PlayStation 2 is number 2, right? You see this? The top 20. You don't see no Xbox console in the top 20. There's no Xbox console at all. Not even the Xbox One S. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now let's go to 21 to 40. PlayStation controllers. Uncharted. Uncharted is selling more than the freaking Xbox wireless controller. And look at this. Look at this. Look at number 26. PlayStation VR Skyrim. $350. Trending higher than the Xbox One X. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's cut the BS here. I'm not trying to say the VR is going to outsell the One X this holiday or in this November. I'm not saying that at all. But at no point should the VR be ahead of the One X, even for an hour. Especially if you're hyping that this console is going to sell to the point where it's going to win MPD. How can Xbox win MPD when it's being outpaced, even if it's for a day or two, then it's being outpaced by the PlayStation VR. And we still haven't seen the Xbox One S, if you notice. So there you got the One X, right? We're going down. We're going down. There you go. Now we see the One X. And it's $199. So it's not like it's $200 or $300. It's the same price as a Slim. Why people ain't buying this? Number 36. You know what I'm saying? in another VR bundle, another 2 VRs in the top 50. Let me go back and turn this off. I'm gonna go back to the chat with you guys. Now in the chat, let me know if I'm bugging out. Let me know. Am I bugging out? Did you not see this? People thought I was crazy taking a bet. People thought that, yo, you might lose this bet. Do you guys think I'm gonna lose this bet? The PlayStation VR Skyrim is trending as a bestseller over the One X. And I'm not saying shout out to Ryan, shout out to chat. Hey, hit the like button if you like what I'm preaching. Let the gospel know. Let the gospel be heard. But the PlayStation VR is trending higher than the One X. I don't give a shit if it's only for an hour. At no point in the launch month of the Xbox One X should be losing to the PlayStation VR, even for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes, you bugging. Let alone like 2 days. It's been like at least 2 days that the PSVR has been trending higher. Again, I'm not saying the VR is going to outsell the One X. Hell no. But what I'm trying to tell you is the One X is not selling at the rate to compete with the PlayStation family. And the main reason why I'm going to win this bet is because the Xbox One S is selling like ass. It ain't sold out crap. You bugging. You bugging. My man Furious One Damage Control is sold out. This dude is crazy. I could go pick one up right now. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, Furious One. This guy's bugging. Let me give you a little education, bro. See, this is what happens when you listen to false prophets. You listen to fanboy channels. I'm gonna share my screen again. I'm gonna show you something. I'm on Amazon right now. Look, this is Amazon right now. 1 terabyte. In stock, November 23rd. Today's the 20th. You see that right there? It's the 20th. I could get it in 3 days. So what you talking about? What you talking about? Sold out. What are we doing? It's right here. Right there. Come on, bro. I could get it right now. I don't know. I don't understand. Listen. Let's cut the BS. This console at no point was sold out at any point. You may have stores that's sold out from here and there. You just have to go to another store and get it. It's not hard to find. Xbox One X by far is not hard to find. By any point, by any mean. So it isn't because it's being sold out. Nah, there's plenty. There's plenty to go around. There's plenty. We could do this. You understand what I'm saying? It's plenty to get. There's plenty. There's plentiful. All right? There's plentiful. Pick one up right now. For a while, the Scorpio edition wasn't even sold out the first couple of days. And that was supposedly sold out through pre-orders alone back in August. And come to find out on launch day, you were still able to get a couple of Scorpio editions, even a couple of days after. What happened is this whole thing about, or that Xbox, or how would you say, PlayStation 4 Also, the Xbox simply because of multi-plats? It's because dudes didn't want to admit the truth. They simply couldn't admit the truth that the Xbox is an average console. It's an average console. That's it. It's an average console with average games. And come November, really in December, when the results come in, the narrative's dead. There's nothing to hide. Xbox not gonna win MPD. Hell, you better be careful that you lose to Switch. In my opinion, I think Switch is gonna win MPD. In my opinion, and then I think PlayStation will be number 2, and then Xbox is gonna be last. All the weaker consoles gonna beat out the platform with the most powerful console, and there goes the narrative of people buy consoles for the better version of multiplats. You can see the Switch is kicking ass, and it doesn't even have majority of the multiplats at all, let alone the better version. And it's kicking ass, the Switch. You know what I'm saying? It's just damage control. Listen, let's be honest, people. PlayStation just sells because it's PlayStation. It is the most popular brand in gaming, pretty much since it came out. What other console that you know back to back to back to back sells 80 million or more? Who done that? Nobody. Nintendo never did that with home consoles. They done it with their handhelds, but they never did it with their home consoles. In fact, their first 100 million selling console was the Wii. Or every other console they made never sold 100 million. Sony did that shit twice. To this day, Xbox still doesn't have a 100 million selling console. So they don't even know what that is in Microsoft. They don't even know what a 100 million selling console even is. And this is the third generation of gaming for Xbox. PlayStation has 2 of them, and they're well on their way getting a third 100 million selling console with the 4. Sony's worst selling console is the PS3, and it sold just as much, and some say sold even more than the 360. PlayStation just sells simply because people know Sony. They create consoles and they release lots of games. People already have that established. That's just something normal. Sure, they slow to the punch in the beginning of the gen. They've always been that way. It takes them a minute to get themselves settled, to get the games going. And the reason why that happens is because they support the older platform until the last drop. Look at The Last of Us. It came out on PS3 the same year the PS4 dropped. The game came out in 2013. It could have been a PS4 launch game, but it wasn't. It was on the PS3. They always support their platform to the very last drop. Microsoft, on the other hand, they cut support early. So the last 2 years of your console, you don't really get anything because they already moved on to the next one that they're about to release. So the last 2 years of your console, you don't see much in terms of exclusives. Sony, they support their console to the last drop. The bad part about it is they get a late start on the new console they release. But once they get the train going, you ain't stopping that brand. We ain't going to go through years of drought. It's a wrap. That's not how Sony rolls. Every year, we're going to get bangers. And Yoshida said, hey, 2018 is going to be even bigger than 2017. What I find funny, though, is nobody wants to listen to him when he says that. My man says, Yoshida, my man said, yo, 2018 is going to be a bigger year for exclusives than 2017. The haters, they push that off. They be like, oh, he's talking shit, whatever, whatever. But yet they love to remind people when he said 1080p makes you a better gamer. Oh, yeah, they won't let that go. They'll definitely listen to him then. It's amazing how they pick and choose what he says, right? Listen, PlayStation outsold Xbox because Xbox is an average console. I didn't say it's a bad console. It's just average. It's an average console. It's an okay console. Now, if you don't own a PlayStation 4 and you personally don't like PlayStation 4 exclusives, which is fine. I'm not gonna say you're fanboying. It's true. It's all personal taste. If you don't like the exclusives, then yes, I can see why you love the Xbox. Because you're gonna play all the multiplats. Hell, the best games are the multiplats on this console. I'm just gonna say it. On my PlayStation, the multiplats ain't the best one. Maybe the best multiplat on the PlayStation that could contend with the exclusives is like The Witcher. And I gotta admit, Destiny, I love Destiny, so I play the shit out of that too. But for the most part, like Call of Duty, I'm not even interested in Call of Duty. I don't even have Grand Theft Auto installed because after I played the single player, I deinstalled it. The best games on the PlayStation that I've been playing are the exclusives. In fact, my two favorite exclusives this whole entire gen is Bloodborne and Neo. Absolutely amazing. I have yet to have that feeling on Xbox. That feeling that I got when I played Bloodborne for the first time. And and when you play those games and you beat it, you just sit back and you look at the screen, you be like, whew, like, wow, bro. Like, yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? You ever had that feeling you play a real hard game and you invested a lot of time, and when you finally beat it, you just look at it and you'd be like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. It's just a feeling. It's just a satisfaction. I have yet to get that on Xbox. I just be like, all right, cool. Cuphead was probably the closest. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna pretend here and say that the Xbox One X is not worth getting it. For some people, it will be worth every penny. If you're into multiplats, if you absolutely love multiplats, and you don't really care much about PlayStation exclusives, you're not too concerned about playing God of War, Spider-Man. You're really not too concerned. And I'm not going to fanboy and say you should be. It is what it is. But if you love Red Dead Redemption, you just love Call of Duty, you absolutely love playing Destiny, you just love playing multiplats. The multiplats have been your favorite games, then absolutely get the Xbox One X because you'll love it, especially if you're an Xbox. If Xbox is your preferred platform, again, nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you playing on Xbox. Get the Xbox One X. It will be the best version of Xbox you can get. No doubt, worth every penny. But when you're a dude like me, and this is just me, where you judge the consoles by the games and the support it gets, Xbox is not my platform. That's just the truth. It will never be my platform simply because Microsoft first party don't cut the mustard. The best, in my opinion, Xbox will ever have in terms of gaming experience is going to be the multiplats. And I could play those games on the PlayStation. So it doesn't bother me. And I don't care if it's the best version. That doesn't really bother me. If I absolutely had this fever to play the very best version of multiplats, I would have been a PC gamer. I would be a PC gamer. All right. And I know some people make that sound like it's a fanboy statement, to which I don't understand. I'm just saying, if I was interested in having the best version, if that was my interest, then I will go to the platform that provides that interest. Because make no mistake, PlayStation nor the Xbox can compete with PC. You cannot compete with that platform. I don't care what anyone says. PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, those consoles on a power basis, on a performance basis, cannot compete with PC. Even if you created, let's pretend both PlayStation and Xbox created consoles, 4K consoles that can compete with a 1080 Ti. Let's pretend. Let's just pretend this bizarre world that they did, right? It doesn't matter because next year there's going to be better cards, and that's it. You're back to square one. You're back to PC being the superior platform in just 1 year. In just 1 year. It just takes 1 year to outclass a console. That's it. Just 1 year. There's going to be a superior graphics card next year. And then you're going to have a more superior graphics card in 2019. Shout out to Eva Unit, $5 chat. He says PS3 almost flopping is narrative because Americans think they're the center universe. Just like Nintendo saving gaming is false. Gaming was very healthy in Europe. I will say this. PS3, the reason why PS3 considered a flop, it's a great console. It did good. But the reason why it had its trouble in the beginning was because it was $600. And that hurt a lot of companies because they rely on PlayStation selling a lot of units so their games could sell. But it wasn't selling a lot of units. So that's why a lot of the exclusives that were once exclusive on PlayStation became multi-plats. You know, the Devil May Cries, you know, Grand Theft Auto had to be a day one exclusive. Final Fantasy had to be a day one exclusive. A lot of games had to go to Xbox. So that way, third-party developers. But over time, Sony improved. They went back to what was important, which was a gaming console at an affordable price. And once Sony reestablished that with the PS3 took off. It took off so fast that it caught up to the Xbox 360. You know? So it started out bad, but it ended up good. But compared to what Sony used to do, which was 100 million, 150 million, the PS3 fell short at 85 million. But overall, it did good. Let's shout out. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Great comment. Eva Unit, thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right. Where was I? Where do I go back to? I kind of lost track. Do I go back to mediocrity? Do I go by average? Listen. If things were truly about the superior version of multiplats, right? Then the Xbox One will not only win November, it will just continue to outsell the PlayStation family month after month after month. Because that's what the narrative means. That means everybody's going after the superior version of games. Therefore, you have to buy the superior version console. But that's not going to happen. In fact, November is going to be the best month. Even though it's going to lose MPD to PlayStation, it will be the best month you can get. Because after this month, the sales are going to drop for the One X. Because the majority of the people that went out and bought the One X this month, hell, the first week, were the enthusiasts and Xbox fans. It's the same people that already own the Xbox. The Zaires, the Tim Dogs, the Crap Gamers, the Mooch, Xbox 448, you know, K Mega, all these people that are big Xbox fans. They're the ones that went and bought the console. It's the same people buying consoles over and over again. And guess what? They bought it, they have it, now they own it. So who's left? The casuals? These guys relying on casuals? Again, I just showed you the top selling consoles on Amazon. As soon as the PlayStation dropped to $199, we are seeing what the casuals are buying. They're buying PlayStation. And I showed you a $199 Xbox One. I tried to tell people. I tried to tell the Xbox fans on the multiplayer podcast. Tried to tell D Batch. I tried to tell Broadband Bullies. I tried to tell Zaire. The Xbox One S is selling like ass. They're selling like ass because this year has been a terrible year for Xbox in terms of games. Every month is either bad news about a game canceled or they're releasing a game nobody gives a shit about. Halo Wars 2, Phantom Dust, Voodoo Vince. Like, no one cares. So why would anybody all year long be like, oh, I can't wait till November so I could get an Xbox One S? It's not that attractive. It's an average console. And the lack of games finally caught up. It caught up with them. Everybody's hyped on the graphics. Now, let me tell you something. I understand graphics it's an immediate gratification. It's an amazing gratification when you see. It's like, it's like buying a next generation console. When you first buy it, you take it out the box, you plug it into your TV, and you see these great graphics, and everybody's like, "Ooh, wow, ooh, it's so clean, so sharp, so beautiful. Look at the textures." Those are the hardcore talk. But then after a couple of weeks, after a couple of months, what's the conversation? Conversation is gonna be about games because you get used to the graphics. After a while, the graphics you get used to. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes an everyday occurrence. Now you wonder, I got this powerful console. What do I play on it? And after a while, multiplats doesn't cut it. Especially when all multiplats aren't big blockbusters. And you're not going to play Call of Duty forever. You want to play something new. You want to play something exciting. And there's nothing exciting coming, really. You're getting average games. I'm sorry. Crackdown and Sea of Thieves. I'm not saying there ain't people that are looking forward to it. You might get a different experience. But damn, those games coming out in the same month or around the same time frame as Spider-Man and God of War. You're talking about games on PlayStation that's on the level of the Uncharted and the Halos. You can't release Crackdown and Sea of Thieves against that. That's crazy. And then expect people to pay $500 to play the best version of those? I'm telling you, man, it's a hard sell. Again, if it was really all about the better version of multiplats, the PlayStation Slim shouldn't be trending as high. And this is not just Amazon. Best Buy is already trending that console as the number one selling console. It's already up there. It's killing it. It's out there. Slim shouldn't be the number one selling console, or it shouldn't be this high. It should be the X if it was all about the better versions, right? But it's not. It's not there. Again, the PlayStation VR is currently outpacing. Well, I ain't say outpacing, but it's currently trending higher as a bestseller. And even if it only lasts a day or two, that's still an embarrassment. At no point should VR be temporarily outselling the One X. You're talking about new hardware. You're talking about a hardware that is considered the beast. You're talking about hardware that plays the better versions of the multiplats. So how the hell is PlayStation VR temporarily a bestseller over the One X? It's crazy, bro. I'm sorry. But the One X is an average console. That's why it's getting outclassed. That's why this generation turned out the way it is. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Microsoft needs to fix itself. But anyway, I think I talked long enough. I missed you guys. I miss doing these one-on-one, talking to you guys out in the open. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys rocking out. Hit the like button. To everybody that's in the chat, that's supporting me, that comes to my channel, I truly appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you enjoyed each other's company. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comment section. Again, the description box has my Twitter link. If you haven't followed me already, give me a follow. All right. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, if this is the first time you're rocking out with us, subscribe. All right. This is your boy Puerto'S 77. I hope you enjoyed this little segment. Shout out to my man Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna hit you up again. I want to get some of the PlayStation fans this Wednesday. And it's just gonna be us. You know what I'm saying? No more nonsense. I'm gonna try to hit up Jay Barry to see if he'll show up. It's just gonna be us. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a couple of us. Craig Harris, of course. Sneaky Snake, Chris Cobra, Truth Hurts. Even in Furious One, man. Shout out. I know you a big Xbox dude, but I'm glad that you could come to the channel, pop your little shit. You know what I'm saying? George Rodriguez. What's going on? Hey, Georgie. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? The Arvania. That's what's up. Stay tuned. 60 Frames No Life podcast this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Make sure you check it out. Kenny, Eva Unit, thank you so much for supporting the super chat. Hardcore Metal. My man Beats Games Life, Frank Clinton, you know, boom. Everybody out here. Ken God, Brian Stallberg. Damn, there's so many of you. Yo, each of you are awesome, bro. Neverland, you're awesome. Support the channel. Thank you so much. Hit me up again. I'm going to drop another video. You know, check out the Uncharted video if you haven't. Tell me what you think about it. But anyway, I'm going to be out. I'm going to check out tomorrow. Looking forward to dropping another video. Hell yeah. I do this for y'all. All right? Hey, you guys be easy. Have a good night. Hey, yo, and I hope each of you is having an amazing Thanksgiving weekend. You know what I'm saying? My man AJ Felton, the multi-console king. My man got everything. AJ Felton got everything. He could play everything and anything. Nothing stops him from playing. Ruham, my man, Dunes. Anyway, Royal Flush. Damn. I'll be here all night saying good night. Anyway, on the real, shout me out. No doubt, Chaos, right? Chaos. Is that how you pronounce it? Chaos? Chaos. I'm going to say Chaos. It sounds cooler. My man, Chaos024. All right? Yo, you all have a good night, man. I'll check you out soon. And boom. This is your boy, Puerto'S 77. And I'm out. Peace.